Hey, what is up, guys? So I'm back for another Ask Armin Some BS, and this isn't so much going to be kind of answering this big question that you guys are asking me. It's going to be explaining a question that you guys asked me. So yesterday we posted a video about Marvel Studios breaking away from Marvel Entertainment, and a bunch of people just went, I don't have a theme song, so this is a placeholder. And I thought I did a good job of explaining it in the video itself, but maybe I could try to reiterate and try to explain it a little better. So let's say you have Marvel Studios, which is the current people that are working on all the movies under Disney. You have Marvel Entertainment. They're the same people, in theory. The guys over here are listening to Kevin Feige, and he's overseeing everything. Marvel Entertainment is listening to a guy that's been here for a while. He was actually right there during all the bankruptcies and everything, and he was the guy that actually got rid of the X-Men, Fantastic Four, Spider-Man. He was crucial in that. He pretty much, if you guys look into his history, is regarded as a shark. And what I mean by that is he's very aggressive until he gets his way. And this was clearly going up against Kevin Feige and what he wanted to do. Now, what I mean by that is Marvel Entertainment was the one going, here's how much money you have, and here's this and that, and Kevin Feige goes, okay. And there are actual reports out there that Marvel Entertainment was not high on actually producing Guardians of the Galaxy or Ant-Man. And then Guardians of the Galaxy did what it did at box office and in reviews. So imagine how he would have felt. Yeah, probably not good. And then you look at another story with Ant-Man. He was, got that with Edgar Wright and everything, which kind of put this like embargo-style deal on Ant-Man, so he couldn't appear in Avengers when Joss Whedon wanted to use him. Wasp couldn't appear. Ant-Man, granted, I think it was a great movie and did. They couldn't integrate these characters earlier because of the placeholders that Marvel Entertainment has. Now, Marvel Entertainment also deals with the TV side of things. When you go look at Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Agent Carter and things like that, they're the ones there, being run by Jeff Loeb. Now, over here you, of course, have Kevin Feige overseeing everything. So now, what they've effectively done is said, hey, Marvel Entertainment, you lower your involvement here, and Kevin Feige, you go up here where you can make calls that you think are right because you've shown you know what you're doing. You brought Spider-Man back home. You clearly know what you're doing. So how is this exactly going to affect anything? Well, it's actually going to be the biggest positive you have, because now Marvel is not going to be limited to listening to this guy over here who's stingy with money, who wants to get his way. Now, essentially where I can equate this to is, imagine DC and Warner Brothers. They don't have a separation. DC is not a studio. They're a part of Warner Brothers. They're on the same line. There's no one here or here. They just have to report to the same person. Now, if DC Studios was to be built, DC Studios would rise up because they would have their own initiative. So this is the kind of problem you're running into, where that was kind of what was happening with Marvel. And you can see the biggest conflict they had with this was things like, well, Iron Man 2, which was a mess of a movie because they wanted more, and he wanted more. He was like, no, we gotta get to Avengers faster. And they were like, no, take your time. So they did, and that's proven to work much better. So, when you look at certain things, how Marvel Entertainment is also involved with other things, of course, they got the comics over here, which they oversee, but comics and movies, they really aren't that similar. They borrow from each other because familiarity, but that's one way to do it. The other thing you have is, of course, video games. Now, that is a whole other thing that is kind of unexplainable, because there was a whole lot of video games out there, and the licenses were like Activision, THQ, whoever the hell else had them, right? And a lot of those are lapsing or have lapsed. So that's why you're not seeing a whole lot of games. You're not seeing an exact deal made, like Disney made with EA, because they're waiting to get everything back. So that's why you have a lot of mobile games and things like that popping out without big console games. So this could be a big thing, because if they're starting to split from Marvel Entertainment, maybe they're going to take EA, EA and give them Marvel Games division, and then they can produce games. So maybe give them to Activision, maybe give them to someone that wants to produce these things, much like they're doing with Star Wars. One person to oversee everything, in, with one certain aspect, instead of one guy looking at video games, looking at Fox's movies, looking at, what Sony has, looking at what Marvel has, looking at the video games. That's just too much power in one man's hand. So honestly, I hope this video made it much clearer for you guys on why this is a big deal and why it can only benefit the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And if you guys like this shirt, check it out in the description below. It's the 1-Up box, exclusive shirts and content every month. So it's pretty cool. Batman Mario. So thank you for watching the video, and if you guys like what you saw, don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you haven't already, check out some of these other great videos we have on the channel. Just click the annotation right there, it'll take you to them. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a good one.